Yo, yo, what happened? Like a beard, and is it gray or is that bleach? It looks like it used to be purple. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Hollywood, better known as the Gamer Tech Stuntman Gene YouTube channel. Lambo Fit, back at it again, and we not stopping this time. Yo, I'm gonna be real honest with you guys. So I have to make this video because I have to go back to making videos because, as you guys know, this channel started off as my fitness journey for me going down from over 411 pounds and getting back in shape. And we was on a good track and we were killing it. And then I'm gonna be real with y'all, like, life happened and some crazy things happened in my life, and then life got real rough, and I had to prioritize some things. Well, I'm gonna say I had to prioritize some things. And because YouTube does not make me any money whatsoever, I had to focus on the streams of income that I had that still generated income. So I was like, yo, as much as I want to put out content every day, like, I just had to say, hey, there's only so many hours in the day. I had to refocus a lot of things in life. I lost a lot over the last year, which obviously it hurts to have to, say on YouTube, but you guys know me, I keep it real. So I tell you guys when it's good, and I tell you guys when it's bad, and it has not been good for a while now. But I was talking to my boy Swaggy C, so I could give big props to Swaggy, because one thing that he reminded me of was that he's like, yo, bro, he's like, you said if you got a new laptop that you were gonna grind them YouTube videos. And I'm like, I did. And I'm like, well, technically, and I was like, in my head, I was like making the excuse, but I was like, I did say that, so I'm gonna do it, right? But like, my thing for it was like, I said that when I was in a good financial spot where it was like, okay, cool, I'm making YouTube content in addition to I have other streams of income coming in, versus like I had no money coming in whatsoever. And then it was like, oh, should I just keep making YouTube videos and it's not making me any money? So and it doesn't mean I was not doing anything. Like, I've been, like, I'm gonna give you guys a full update on what I've been doing in this time, because I definitely haven't been just like sitting home crying, wondering where my next meal is gonna come from. However, I'm like, I was doing, well, I'll tell you guys what was happening. I was doing my Twitch stuff. I've been working on a couple business plans. You guys know the company that I grew from nothing into a multi-million-dollar company. I no longer have that company, so that's a huge that was a huge hit to my personal bottom line, as well as just kind of my mental space. And so I've really just been focusing on I was making a lot of Twitch content. I've been learning Forex. Like, I've been leaning heavily into my relationship with Swaggy so I could learn Forex, and then that just kind of sent me down a journey of internalizing and reflecting on things that I needed to do, right? And I realized that as long as I have been, and I don't want to say influencer, right? Because, like, I was doing, some people call it baller. I was doing baller stuff way before reality TV. Some people think I got on with reality TV. If you go look through, like, my history, I was doing way cooler stuff before I was on television than I ever did, like, after television, right? But what I realized was that no matter what I was doing, every single one of my paychecks was dependent on somebody else. And what I mean by that is, like, even though I thought I was financially liberated, because, like, I've made millions of dollars for other people, right? Millions of dollars, like, and we're not talking rinky-dink companies. Like, you guys saw, like, what I did growing the headset company from nothing to, not only did they just got acquired twice now, because, after with me, a company acquired, and then after that company acquired, another company acquired. So now it's like 2 times removed at this point. And this has all happened in the last year. But even Nintendo, like, I know for a fact, I can, this is verifiable stuff. I've made millions, tens of millions of dollars for Nintendo. Technically that number's over 100 million, but whatever. Anyway, but the point of all that was that everything that I have done still depended and was contingent on somebody else cutting me a check. It didn't matter that for the last 10 years, I have been the one saying, hey, the check you're going to have to cut is going to be this much. That didn't matter. Because the thing that I failed to realize was that one day there could be a situation where all those checks stopped at once. I thought I was prepared for that. Because I thought, hey, the worst case scenario, like, I definitely had enough money where it's like, yo, if something happens and I can't work for, like, you guys know, like, when I host, I was typically for the last, like, I don't know, almost 9 years now, I would have an off season of hosting where, like, after really Halloween, there's not really hosting work until like February. And then, so it's like that whole time I'd just be kind of on vacation. So I'd live off what I had saved up and, you know, go back to the grind, right? And then even when I would work and do hosting stuff, I would work, you know, a weekend out of the month, and that would take care of literally all of my bills, all of my expenses, all of everything, right? And then I had other things because I obviously believe in multiple streams of income. So I had, you know, the headsets. I had like other things like classes that I was teaching about some stuff. I had hosting stuff. I had marketing stuff. Like I had multiple streams of income, right? And then one day, COVID-19 happened. And I realized how quickly every single one of my sources of income could go away. Not because I didn't pick good multiple streams of income, but because if people can't do events, they don't need hosts. Or if people can't afford to buy things, they can't buy from you, right? So everything was contingent on, hey, I need someone else to cut a check or pay this or do whatever. And the moment that couldn't happen, it's like all my income went from like whoop to whoo. So anyway, this is my return to YouTube, and not only is this still going to be a fitness journey, but it's actually a journey of my independence, right? And it's me claiming and retaking my independence, because although I thought that I was one of the most financially liberated people I know, and I was at one point, I was. I now realize that I was never truly independent because it still depended on other people. So what I've been doing is I've been taking these last months, almost a year now that you guys like haven't seen me, and I've been learning. That's all I've been doing. It's just learning. And I've been learning how to be so financially independent that no one could ever take it away from me ever again. No paycheck would ever affect my life. No, you know, someone not calling wouldn't mean that I couldn't pay my rent that month or I'd fall behind in bills or anything like that. So that's all I've been doing. That's all I've been doing is learning. And so this channel is going to morph now into both. Keep in mind, we're still gonna work out. If you guys want to know kind of where we are with that. So we had lost 50 pounds. So from where we started the channel to where we lost 50 pounds. During quarantine, I've definitely put back on like 16 pounds. So I'm not happy about that. We're gonna get back on the grind. I have been slacking with working out. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, because why? Like, I had to focus on things that could bring in money, and working out was not bringing in any money, which sounds counterintuitive, because your health is wealth, right? Health is wealth until you're not eating, right? That's a big thing. So I had to make some cutbacks, and I'm gonna be honest. First, it wasn't just me, right? Because first, you know, all the gyms closed. So I was like, all right, now I can't even go to the gym. Then it was like, all right, even at my Soho house, like my gym at Soho closed. So I was like, okay, I don't have that. Then it was just like, all right, I have spent all this time reading and learning and doing whatever, and it's like I would overload my brain over the course of the day, and I didn't have time to work out just because I was like, that isn't gonna, you know, pay my rent this month, so I can't do it. So but we're back on it. We're back on the grind. It is gonna be, I don't know if we're gonna put out content every day, because we did that for 100 days straight already. So we've already kind of knocked that goal out of the way. I'm thinking we're gonna go back to like 3 days a week. If there's bonus videos, cool. If not, cool. But for right now, things we definitely got to fix is, guys, right now, look, this is how much quarantine's affected me. Look at my beard. Look, well, one, I have a beard now. That's a thing. So, two, look at my beard. Now, for everybody who's wondering, like, why does it look like that? Well, it's not gray. Well, I guess there are parts that are, like, getting grays. But this is from where I bleached it, so that it was purple. It started off a very bright, brilliant purple, and then it is now, because of like dye and pools and, you know, lack of dye, because it's hard to get you know, dye during quarantine and lockdown, it has just faded to this. So I look homeless right now. Not quite there yet, but I look that way. So we got to fix that. So that's step number one. We got to fix this. After that, we'll worry about everything else. But guys, appreciate you guys being here. I promise you, this time I am back for good. And let's get back to it, baby. Lambeau Fit every day. No breaks. No days off. No excuses. Let's go. And as always, I'm not trying to change the world. Just your perspective of it. Peace. Woo!
Fun fact, it has nothing to do with anything that we're doing right now. Did you know, I would say because I'm a giant, and most of the women that I date are like tiny. Did you know that like when a very small girl like spoons a very large man, it's called jetpacking? I learned that.
I did not know that.
Yeah, there you go.
Thank you
Learn
for that
something new.
tidbit.
Learn something new on this show every day. Like, yeah, that totally threw you off there.
Yeah.
So anyway, back to things that actually have to do with DreamHack. So.